I don't know if it happened to the rest, but for me, in the introduction video, it appeared twice in English. It's like I had it once in English, then again below in English, and then I think in French. So I don't know if it was just for me or for the other people as well. So since you said if something went strange.
Yes, yes. No, thank you for sharing. I see, Miguel, I did
Okay.
this morning the module 1. It was not like someone else have the same problem.
Let me check.
Not me.
It appears twice. Let me check this while we are waiting.
Also in French, Miguel. Yes, Walid.
Yeah, yes, Ali. Thank you. I was told to try to join the LTT Biomed on Temple, but unfortunately it says that I cannot enroll for that session. I'm not sure if I need a validation of sorts.
Okay, it's also for me. I see that maybe this session, I think, is going to be my session. Thank you. Are you using, well, let me see which email has you been registered, and then I will tell you. You can continue with the questions, and I'm working. So you can, if there is other questions, I'm working on your questions.
Miguel, we can start us, and later when you have the answer, you can.
Yeah, in fact, my questions are more related to the Tempo course, so I can answer at the end of the session. You can start, yeah.
Ale, before starting, I wanted to ask everyone to write their name and their positioning or their location in the chat, as the other colleagues have done. Like that, we can address you by your name.
Thank you, Carlos. So today it will be the webinar 2, the live session 2. After you did the module 1 and 2, we will do some exercise together. We will share experience. This is the idea after each module for the live session. So your involvement, enrollment, proactivity is very important for us. So the agenda for today, we will talk about, we will review with Carlos the biomedical concept review. That also we saw some of them in the module. Second, we will do ordering and procurement process and the EMO process with me. This is something we are suffering a lot with ordering and procurement and EMO since it involves a lot of people in the project, in our project. So the knowledge about them, the sharing information, it's very important. In the biomedical concept, we will do a group exercise. Also in the ordering and the procurement, we will do an exercise after 1 hour. Then we have a new standards document. It's very important. This is a conclusion of equipment size, needs, and infrastructure needed. So whenever we request an equipment, it's very important. This is the new standard file. It's only for 5 pages. So it's a tool is very important when we ordered a new equipment or any equipment. Also for the infrastructure for medical equipment. So it's small standards and very useful. So we will go through it, and at the end we will have the conclusion and any question from your side. Tamam. So we will start with Carlos about the concept review.
Yeah, so Hello, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon. In this part of the module, we are gonna try to do a recap of what you already have seen in the modules, in the online modules. So we are gonna divide the team in three groups. We are gonna work in different groups in different exercises, and then we are gonna share the results, and you are gonna explain the rest of the team what you have been working in, and like that all together we are gonna do this recapitulation of the basics that you have been working. So yeah, Ali, I think we can go ahead, and those are the three exercises that we are gonna work in. And so the first group is gonna work in the medical equipment life cycle. So you are gonna try to use the tools that you have in order to um, to complete again the medical equipment life cycle, and then you will explain to the team, to the rest of the members of the training. Then group number 2 is gonna see different items, and they are gonna divide them no into categories, medical equipment and only medical device. And we are going to try to explain what is the difference. This is a part of the module 2 of the online course, if I'm not wrong. And then the group number 3 is going to do like a classification of the different items related with the medical equipments. So they are going to try to define as consumable in the medical side, or non-consumable, or consumable used for maintenance. Now, we will explain in detail for the group number 3, and they will share the results with the rest of the team. So now we are going to do the groups, and you will work just in one of the three exercises. It's clear for everyone. Maybe
Yes, it is.
maybe we can share. Maybe Farah, maybe you can be with the group number 1. I
Alidor is
can.
here.
Alidor is there. Yes. Sorry,
So Miguel
Alidor.
just will put me, Carlos, and Alidor each one in one group.
Yeah, good. So we will divide.
Okay, give me 2 minutes to create the groups.
Perfect.
We have 10 minutes each group, then we will
Sorry,
go back
Michael.
to the group.
Sorry, one question regarding
Yes.
that video. A bit late. I don't know. I'm first group or second or the third group.
I didn't get the question.
I thought, sorry to join. I a bit late. First group or the second or the third group of this exercise.
The
Yeah,
voice
sorry.
is not clear.
Yeah, the
Got
voice.
it?
No,
Well,
maybe if you can write it, because the sound is not very clear. If you can write your question, but basically each group is gonna work in one of those exercises, and then we are gonna share the results with the rest of the members of the training.
Okay.
Don't know if it was the question, but
the idea
otherwise you can write it.
that we will present for the other team. After the 10 minutes, we will go back to this row, to all together, and each group will explain the result and why he chose these steps.
Okay, just one thing, about the groups, there are 2 participants that for, I don't know which reason, it's not assigning to any group. So it means that I will create 2 groups that will disappear, and one
the
group
rest of them, they can stay here.
Yeah, they will remain here, okay?
Tamam.
Perfect.
So 4 people. So in group 1, Alidor is going to be in this group.
Okay.
Then, okay. So I think that Alidor, I can try to assign you, but I think that you can join the group by yourself because you did not appear. Let me see if I can assign you. I create already 2 groups, so some people will start to move to the groups already. In few seconds, it takes some time.
So
Okay.
here we are the group 3, yes?
Yeah, here is the group 3.
But
So,
Carlos, you will go to the group 2?
Okay.
Carlos, he goes to. Can you go yourself,
Yeah,
or you want
I
me?
can go
Yeah.
myself. Yeah.
Okay. How long do you want the
10
activity?
minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
You control the time, or yeah,
yes.
you let me know when you want me to
Exactly.
to summarize.
So guys, I will share my screen. Someone from you can all hear me in the group. Abs by Mad.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Tamam. So the idea that someone from you will need to present later. Huh? We are in group 3 and we need to do this exercise. We have this. You can see my. Sorry. Wait. You can see my screen, yes? So we need who will present for the other people, for the other members? Farah, tamam, huh? So you need to write on a word, just.
I volunteer, so yes, I'm writing already.
Tamam. So the idea of this spare part, we need all together to identify each spare part and to decide its consumable AMC. Consumable AMC, as we remember from the module, it's consumable calculated by average monthly consumption by medical team. So it's calculated based on the monthly consumption and based on the number of patients. So we need to identify which of these spare parts are consumable AMC, which of them are non-consumable. In the non-consumable in MSF, we have consumable maintenance, consumable for maintenance that at items used for maintenance periodically, like in preventive maintenance, we change every 3,000 hour, 100 hour, each 3 months, each 1 month, weekly. And we have non-consumable that they are the spare parts. And we have the medical equipment down, it's medical equipment. So first one, we need to start. First one, what is this one? Sorry. First item, what, guys, who will help us?
Mask. This mask of blazer.
Tamam.
I think that with the
Exactly.
tube line.
Oxygen mask. Tamam. What this one is? Consumable AMC, consumable for
Consumable, sir.
consumable AMC. All agree, huh? We can move for the next one.
Yeah.
Tamam. So this one is used per patient. Usually it's calculated by pharma team based on the number of patients. Tamam. The second item. Farah, you are writing? The second, you know what is the second item?
Flowmeter.
Regulator. Tamam. Regulator what? Yes, flow meter. Flow meter is what?
This maintenance maintenance.
تمام. Non-tenant it need non-consumables. It's non-consumable spare parts. Yes.
Spare part,
Yes,
yeah.
تمام. We can move. We all agree. We can move to the next item.
Yeah.
So what is this one?
This is the connector of oxygen concentrator.
تمام. So what do you think this one is?
We can use it as a spare part or consumables. As a spare part. Consumables. Maybe this is for the user of use it.
So consumable AMC. We all agree, guys. We are all participating. I cannot see from this. I am sharing the screen. تمام. So this one, the fourth item.
Yes.
This wrap of pulse oximeter.
They are reusable. They are reusable or
This disposable.
disposable.
Use it single one. Only one
Single.
time.
Exactly.
Single.
So what we consider them? We are using per patient. Yes.
Please say again. What is it? I can't really see.
They are sensor, SpO2 sensor,
Okay. Got it.
disposable, but we use once time for baby especially.
Okay.
So what do you think? Where we put them as consumable AMC, non-consumable, consumable maintenance? So we use per patient this one.
Consumable AMC.
Tamam. We all agree. It's clear for all of us.
Okay.
Yes.
Tamam. This one is the safe bed. It's not clear from the picture. Sorry. It's the safe bed. Safe bed is the items inside the concentrator that take nitrogen from the air and keep oxygen. So it's contain like chemical solution, chemical ions. It's named zeolite, and it's inside the concentrator. So what type of these items?
This maintenance spare part.
Exactly. So the maintenance spare part here is a non-consumables, so it's spare part. This one, the picture after the safe bed, it's a concentrator. The concentrator is what?
Devices.
It's equipment.
Equipment.
Tamam. Medical equipment, exactly. The one after.
Nozzle. Nozzle tube.
Nasal oxygen cannula. Yeah. Cannula. Nasal oxygen cannula.
So we can. Where we put it?
Consumable.
AMC.
Tamam. We all agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Agree.
The last one is.
Dust filter of oxygen concentrator.
We have a lot of biomed in this graph. Exactly. So, which type of items?
This consumable, sir.
Is this consumable or non-consumable? What frequency you replace it?
It's non-consumable.
No, non-consumable.
It's consumable maintenance usually.
You
Why?
As a long time, maybe 3 months, or we will replace it every month,
Exactly. So it's not related to the it's not related to the number of patient or the medical use. It's related to the maintenance. So it's consumable maintenance. This is the idea of consumable maintenance. Farah, you wrote all them?
Yes, of course.
I stopped sharing the screen just to discuss. Farah, we need to explain this for the other team. The difference
Okay.
we are all very confusing in medical equipment between consumable. Even us, we still have the same problem between consumable AMC and consumable maintenance. The other spare parts and medical device they are clear. The idea we will see in the EMO process that the consumable AMC is for medical team to do the calculation. Consumable maintenance is for us, the logistic team, to do the calculation of consumable maintenance needed. Uh, how to decide that it's consumable is related to the medical team to do the calculation or for the logistic team to do the calculation
It's
is
whether it's based on patients or based on the use of the device that needs to
uh,
be maintained. Yeah.
exactly. So like the dust filter, we replace each
Mm-hmm.
3 months in our protocols. Later we will see in the next session, we will see the protocol of maintenance, protocol 1, 2, and
Mm-hmm.
protocol 3. So in the protocol 3, we see that if we open the concentrator protocol, we have to replace it each 3 months, as our friend said, or when it's
Mm-hmm.
defected. So it's replaced based by maintenance team based on frequently time. The other items that consumables like for the oxygen mask, the oxygen tube, the oxygen connector are used per patient, so it's to the medical team to do the calculation. Clear for all of us in this group, and we can explain for the others.
Yeah, I think so.
Someone have any question?
All good.
Yeah, it's clear.
Uh, I will see if the other group just done, so we can close the groups and come back all together.
Okay.
Miguel,
Yes,
we can close the room. They are all ready.
no problem.
Thank you. So Carlos, we will start with group 1. I will reshare my screen for
I
the
was in
exercise.
group 2, but who was with group 1?
Alidor,
Yeah,
who will
so
present from group 1?
so let's do this recap of the life cycle of the biomed equipment and medical equipments with the group 1. Do you have someone ready to present? Nairobi, welcome.
Yes, thank you, Carlos. I'll go for it if it's okay with my colleagues. We had a fruitful discussion just now, and we basically agreed on all the steps, starting with needing assessment, placing the procurement or the order, and going through to the third stage, which includes the reception and storage, and then the fourth stage, which is installation, with a small loop containing training, use, maintenance, and repair, and ending with decommissioning. This is as concise as it gets, with the involvement of the departments at each stage. We've said that the medicals and logistics mostly populate in all stages, except for the storage. There will be the supply and pharma included, as well in the ordering as well. So that's basically most of the the discussion. I'm not sure whether my team has any other additions that they would like to add.
It's clear for everyone. I'm trying to find it to share with everyone. So sorry. Ali, do you have
So
it
in
in?
case yes, I can reshare with them. I'm sharing my screen. So in case it's clear for everyone, we can move to group 2 while Carlos will share in the message. But it's clear the medical equipment life cycle for everyone. Yes, Alidor.
So we highlighted the fact that at the end of the cycle, the decommissioning step, the final responsibility is the local and medical. So to more or less, for example, to remove one equipment from the inventory is the final decision of the local and medical involved on. So that was where the discussion that we had during our in our group.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, super. Thank you, Group 1. Here is what we saw the other day in the first session. This is the same result that I saw now that you shared in the chat. So thank you very much. I stop sharing, and Ali, you can share again. And we go to the team number 2, or my team. Okay, thank you, Ali. Who want to discuss more or less what we have been. Okay, get a friend. Go ahead.
Yes. So we discussed the main difference between the medical equipment and the medical device. We said that the medical equipment is consumes power, is power dependent. And for example, medical devices are devices that can be used for one time. And if there's another time to use it, we can sterilize it. But in general, 99% we said that it's power dependent, and yes, that's it. So I forgot
Thank you. Something else to add? The rest of the colleagues?
So we can quickly know which equipment in which line we put it.
Yeah, Monica.
We had the debate that there are things which are not power dependent in terms of electricity, but they have complexity. So basically, if they need maintenance, like the mechanical suction pump, for example, we said, then yeah, there was this debate, or things which are electrical, like the digital thermometers, and in some sections they consider them equipment, and in other sections they consider them device. So at the end, it's a bit like if they need maintenance, like specific maintenance from a biomed point of view. I say this was my reading.
Yeah. Can you help us to define which is going where of those in the image?
Yeah, so actually that I just want to add some comment regarding the medical equipment. Is it the one that have the components of the electric part and to be considered with the safety for the power, some kind like that for the medical equipment? Yeah, but for the medical device, we just use them and cleaning them, something like that. Yeah. Again, about the medical equipment, we have to consider about the spare part for them as well. Yeah, just compliment from my team. Thank you.
So for you, the stethoscope, the first one is what?
Medical device.
Yeah, the suction pump.
The second pump. I don't know if that one is used electric or not.
Is it?
Is it okay? Medical equipment.
Yes. So we will have the digital thermometer. Digital thermometer, if we consider it needs maintenance, we will consider as a medical equipment. Yeah. Then the Doppler fetal we consider for sure a medical equipment. The autoclave, even if it's not working with energy sometimes, with electrical energy sometimes, because there are some places that we can work in that we can just run it with charcoal, for example, or we can consider it we consider as a medical equipment as well. Then the instruments in OT are medical device, pulse oximeter, medical equipment, bistoury, medical device. The scale, Ali, what do we do with the scale that is not used, that is mechanical?
Usually consider as medical equipment as it need maintenance and need to be verified the weight reading monthly.
So you see now there are some borderlines there, that the gray zones that are not using power, but we still consider as medical equipment because of the complexity, maintenance, spare parts. You can see a little bit what are the difference, no? The oxygen concentrator for sure. Yeah.
Just to explain, in MSF, usually they are medical equipment. We have the medical intersectional guideline, biomedical, but it's equipment that physical machine and device that are used for patient care. So any equipment like the thermometer, the balance, they are used for medical care. We are taking some parameter from them to identify, for example, the balance. We need the weight to identify the dose of some medication to give for the patient. The thermometer, we are taking the temperature, and based on this temperature, we can do some clinical treatment. So any equipment need preventive and corrective maintenance, need power, installation, spare parts, and calibration validation. They are classified as medical equipment. I don't know if it's clear or not.
Yes, good. The last one, the speculum, for sure is not using power, is not needing installation, so it's a medical device. Yeah. clear for the second exercise for everyone? So we go group number 3. The floor is yours.
Yes. Okay. So we have three type of equipments. You have the consumable AMC, average monthly consumption, the consumable maintenance, and the non-conso. So basically, we classified them. Well, let's define what it is. For the consumable AMC, it's items with regular and variable consumption that are related to patient admission. So the evaluation of the need will be based on the medical team. The consumable maintenance are the items with a constant and monthly consumption. It's for preventive maintenance based on the log evaluation, and non-consumable is what we need to keep in stock in case of breakdown. So basically here we have these are the key points for the equipments. We have the first one is the oxygen mask. It's consumable AMC. It's calculated by pharma team based on the needs. The flow meter, non-consumable spare parts. Connector of oxygen concentrator is consumable. Yes, the sensor used per patient, this one is consumable. It's and the sieve bed is maintenance spare part. The concentrator is maintenance spare part. No, sorry, it's I mean medical equipment. I'm sorry, medical equipment didn't make sense. The nasal oxygen cannula is consumable AMC, and the last one is the dust filter of the oxygen concentrator is consumable maintenance, and it needs to be replaced regularly. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much, group 3.
Welcome.
Sorry, my laptop is a little bit very slow after the update.
So just to mention something for the seabed, we consider as a non-consumable, so as a spare part, but it's like a small definition because maybe it lasts longer or it really depends on the time. But for me, the logic is also to consider as a consumable in the maintenance, because at the end of the day, we are gonna work with them for a very, very defined period of time. But well, for in the documents, you will find it as a spare part and not as a consumable. And then yeah, the same logic is with the flow meter. So the flow meter is not needed to change, but for sure the seat that we will replace it, so you can see the difference, not the detail.
Sorry, Carlos, just not to make them confused again.
Yeah.
So the idea, as you see, as per picture, consumable AMC, they are consumable calculated by the number of patients. So usually this mask or nasal cannula, they are used per patient. So if you have one patient, we will use for them mask and the tube. After it will be single use, so it will be replaced. So usually the team of pharma is calculating this type of consumable by number of patient and by previous consumption. For example, during previous months that we are consuming these items and we have the same activities, so they do average monthly consumption for many months before and they do the request. For these non-consumables, they are requested the non-consumables for maintenance. We have 2 times the non-consumables that they are spare parts that we don't know exactly the frequency of replacement. So we know, for example, the sieve bed after approximately 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, sometimes 8,000 hours need to be replaced. So it's classified as spare parts. The regulator is the same. We don't have a time to replace. This consumable for maintenance. So in the protocol of maintenance that we will see in the modules 3 and 4, we will see that it's need to replace each 3 months, for example, each 6 months, each month. So we consider them as consumable for maintenance. The idea of this classification also inside MSF is for the responsibility later. We will see in the EMO process. So this consumable AMC need to be ordered by the medical team, pharma and PMR team. This non-consumables is the responsibility of us to do the calculation and to request. How to do the calculation and to request, we will do an exercise today and based on some tools we have. Clear? Any question?
No, it's clear. It's clear.
Tamam. Now we will go to the ordering and procurement. So ordering and the procurement is to order the spare parts and the medical equipment. So usually we have something named it's EMO International Order. And in each project in MSF we have the frequency well known for the EMO procedure. So we have the EMO done twice per year, 3 times per year, 4 times per year. It's depending on each project, each mission. Our role as logistic team, as biomed team, is to be in contact frequently with Medco and the pharma team, especially to know where is the next EMO will be placed. The idea of knowing the next EMO will be placed is to prepare our order, our estimation. Tamam. In most of our project, but it's up to your context, to your project. You have to discuss this with your pharma and medical team. For the consumable AMC, this is done by the pharma team. Usually they request in each EMO the quantity for the next 3 or 4 months. Why they are doing like this? It's related to the stock. Sometimes it's a very huge stock. They cannot order for 1 year and for the expiry date and for many other reasons. For us, the consumable maintenance and consumable maintenance, it needs spare parts, and non-consumables for maintenance that we talked about them, like dust filter, some other item replaced during maintenance. We estimate yearly. This is what we are trying to implement, especially in Okba. If you are from other OC also, you can see with the pharma is about the procedure. So once per year, before the EMO, we do the estimation of our spare parts for all the year, and we do the request. Yes, Nairobi Biomed. Wajdi.
Thank you, Ali. Just a small question, because I just practiced this last month in South Sudan, as far as you're aware, that we provided the forecast of 12 months worth of spare parts to the pharma. In terms of adjustment, are we included in that process, or it's going to be the pharma's process to do the adjustment according to the consumption?
No, it's for us we do the forecast now. It was approved and done all the year. It's good, but sometimes our forecast is high budget or was not approved. So what we do in the next EMO that we will repeat the same process of EMO, and we will see based on our stock what it's needed, because sometimes we estimate in the beginning of the year, especially for the non-consumable the spare parts. Sometimes the spare parts we do our estimation, but we have many problem unexpected as usual. So we need to do an adjustment and reorder some of our spare parts if needed, or non-consumable if it was miscalculated. So it's also for us to do. Clear?
Yes, thank you, Ali. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So here is just for us to know, for all of us to know how often it's our role as logistic to be in contact with medical team to know exactly where is the EMO will be placed this year, and we need to prepare before time the EMO. We need to prepare at least before 1 month, the calculation of consumable of maintenance and the spare parts. Why? Because this procedure we will see later need to be approved by medical team. Sometimes we have problem of budget. We have to recalculate or reduce the quantity, so we have to prioritize the spare parts or the equipment. For people in Ogba and in other OC, we have also the biomedical referent, regional referent MST. So it's highly recommended to include your MST with this calculation to get the support with this calculation, or with especially if we have to prioritize later or to do estimation. So in Ogba and also in other OC, we are doing estimation for 1 year. We are placing this order and sending to pharma team and medical team for final validation. In the next EMO, usually we have 3, 4 EMO, 2 EMO. We do an adjustment. We recalculate our needs. If we need some other spare parts, consumable for maintenance to be ordered, so we can resend our our needs. For medical equipment, as we said in the beginning, in the life cycle, we need to do a need assessment. Need assessment is done by medical team with the support of logistic team. It's done for many reasons. Sometimes it's done yearly based on our regular activity. Sometimes it's done in time that we are opening a new project, closing some projects, so it's not fixed assessment. So for the medical equipment, we always have the inventory up to date. The medical equipment that they are in use is logistic responsibility to do the inventory. In stock is the pharma team, pharma support by log. So in stock, pharma team with the logistic team, they have to do the inventory always. Why with logistic team? Because they will, especially biomed teams, they will check the equipment during the inventory. It's very important to check that the equipment is with the code, with the status of the equipment is in good status, ready to be used, not broken, not missing some part. So inform new equipment, usually Medco PMR inform the log and pharma. Why they inform the pharma? The pharma will make the order. We need to inform the log. We will see in the session about medical standard because the log sometimes need to do some adjustment. Some equipment needs some UPS, some stand, some special infrastructure, so they need to be informed. For consumables, that they are consumables calculated by AMC. So Medco PMR, they will inform the log. Okay. Consumable for if they need any technical advice. What is the problem with the consumable AMC? Usually they are estimated by medical team, but sometimes they need some medical advice. For example, as we saw, for example, for the mask. So sometimes they need advice about the type of mask could be used. This mask could be sterilized in our project, could not be sterilized in our project. So we will go to the reusable, we will do to single use, reusable. So sometimes they need medical advice. Always if they need medical advice, they can come to log. But usually it's done by Medco PMR directly and done the order. For consumables for maintenance and non-consumable spare parts, physical inventory of spare parts should be done by pharma and log. We include log in the inventory also to double check the code is with the spare parts and is matching with the spare parts that we have, because we have a lot of unmatching spare parts in our stocks. And also estimation of need will be done totally by log, and review of estimation, it will be done by Medco PMR and pharmacist. Why? Because all these items in OS on OGBA are under medical budget. Some OC, one of the OC, I think they are under logistic budget, so they will be reviewed by the LOC. But for us, for OGBA and for other section, some other section, it's medical budget, so the final review will be done by Medco PMR and the pharmacist. And the order, final order will be done by Medco PMR because they are the budget holder. Clear how to do it? Any question about the process? Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Only one question regarding the inventory of the spare part of medical equipment. In OCP project, that we have the some spare part. It's a logistic stock that it's supervising or monitoring by logistic team, and most of the medical equipment and spare part it's under medical team. That they it means monitoring by just only the medical team during the inventory also. For the item that we have in the logistic stock, like this tag, log tag, it's logistic item, but it's used by medical department, and we store it in the logistic stock. It's it's for the culture monitoring or something like this. And
Yes.
most of the item this paper we store it in the medical, including all the medicine item that we have in our project. It's done or do the inventory by all the medical teams. It means the logistic team it's not in touch for any process. As you mentioned it during the inventory, during the check, the correct check, during the logistic team it's not involved. But I don't know what's the correct. as you mentioned it in here in the correct procedure, in the procedure it should the logistic team also should be involved, including the medical team to do the inventory of the spare part and check the quantity that how much we have, or they check it the exact code that it's the right code or maybe the wrong code to ordering. And sometimes I remember that they ordered a lot of we cannot use it a lot according to our project, according to our consumption. And the item that we need urgently, we will sometimes face the shortage. Yeah, that's my question. That yeah, it means what is the difference between the, for example, the log tag or the free tag that we stored in the logistics stock and the item that we have some spare part of medical equipment that we have stored in the pharmacy or the medical stock. If not possible that we can store it all the spare part or maybe in the medical stock, or we can transfer it all the medical equipment and spare part in the logistic stock. As you mentioned it, it's a logistic item and use it by the medical team. Once they want to need anything, they should directly come to the logistic office or maybe requested anything that they wanted, and they should it means give us the detail that why and why we need this spare board or for what, for example, for the booking or the replacement or something like this. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, the voice was a little bit cutting. But as I understand, it's about where to stock the medical spare parts and the medical equipment spare parts and some of the cold chain monitoring device. For us in OGBA, I can talk about OGBA. The good practices that we recommended for the field is to keep all the stock in the pharma. We keep the spare parts and the consumables for maintenance and the consumables for patients that are calculated by AMC, we call the AMC, all in the pharma stock for many reasons. First, for the pharma, they have some tools for inventory that they are online, they are very organized. Second, in the pharma, we have a controlled temperature and the humidity. This is very important also for the spare parts, as they are a lot of electronic board, some silicone tube, a lot of you saw in the module 2, we have where to stock from the manual of the equipment or datasheet of the spare parts. You can see that we have some recommendation for stock regarding temperature, humidity, and dust. All these three parameters are very controlled in the pharma stock. So we recommended to keep all these items in the pharma stock. During the inventory of spare parts and consumable for maintenance, the procedure is the biomedical focal point to go to do the inventory with the pharma to check this equipment they have the right code, and this spare parts they have the right code, and they are in good status, or the stock is in a good status, and they are so organized. Also for the monitoring tools, they are kept. This is more cold chain, but for cold chain also they are kept in the medical stock. This for OGBA. For other section, I don't know the recommendation and why we have this recommendation. But for us, the good practices is this. I don't know if I answered good. As I understand well your question and I answered it. So.
Yeah, thank you. I got your point, but it's not clear for me that for the boy-mate season, for example, from the logistics side, the one that they are doing regularly, they are checking just by they have one tool by the name of, I think, forgot exactly, it's Memo. Yeah, they register it by the name, by the code, and by the batch number. And monthly or by monthly, they are checking that the one that we have in the pharmacy, it's here or no. They maybe send it for some our health facilities. They just check it the one, and for the others, they didn't. They are not involved. For example, for the other medical spare part. Uh, it's why that I raised this question. The previous time that we received some log tag and free stick from the coordination, it was logistic items, and we also we store it in the logistic items. During the winter, time, it's in one it's minus, maybe minus 2 or more, minus 15 degree during the night. During the day, it's also a bit
Okay.
cold. The problem that we faced, it was the free stack. Once we put it in the logical items, they were also destroyed. It means they was crushed. It's why that I ask the people, the one that we have in the project. It means he is the logistics supervisor, and also he is the biomed focal point. But he got the training 14 days or for 20 days for the other project face to face. But it means it's my question that they are not. It means it's professional or they don't know how for which degree or for how much the temperature or the humidity that we should store the item that to
Yes,
avoid
yes.
the destroying,
No,
avoid the broken, avoid the
yes,
broken
yes,
something.
yes. This is the idea that we talked about is always to follow the recommendation of the company where to store our equipment and spare parts.
Exactly, yeah.
Tamam.
Yeah.
Thanks. Any other question before we move? So, what is the EMO, and which is your role, and how to organize it for project mission? So, just for you, it's all as our responsibility as logistic team to know which is our role in the EMO. For now, we understand that we need to calculate the consumables for maintenance and the spare parts. And it's our responsibility also to know how to organize it in our project or mission. Whenever we need to discuss with the pharma and to have the schedule very well clear and identify about the EMO, because the EMO is pre-scheduled. Usually we schedule from the beginning of the year. We know the frequency of the EMO. We know in January we have an EMO, for example, in March, in June, July, so we know. And it's our role to identify a protocol to work on it. What is the protocol is to put like as logistic team, if we have the EMO this year in April, that in beginning of March, the logistic or focal point, biomedical focal point should submit the estimations that he need, and this estimation should send by this time to the pharma team, to pharma and medical team to review and give the final approve. Tamam. So task, this is EMO good practices. Usually we do in some project we are practicing it. So date for current stock inventory in the project and capital. So always the pharma send the stock that we have. In project and capital for our biomed focal point. We recommended to do this monthly at least. So also the date for medical needs and order it, the pharma and NACO share with biomed the date that we need to order, the date of the EMO. Date for advice on spare parts needed, as we said before. If the if the pharma and medical share with the biomed logistic teams that in April we have, so the biomed from biomed to pharma should share with them the list of spare parts. So also this date should be clarified. Final feedback of the order, pharma should share with all the mission. EMO deadline, also the pharma usually should share also the EMO deadline where the EMO will arrive, because they have this information from the supply and the pipeline update in case we have any delay. So this is just an idea how to organize this task. We can fill this task with the date, and we have all this from to, and the EMO deadline and pipeline. Most in the place we take this this information from pharma or supply team. So also to share with biomed or logistic, depending on your project. Tamam. This the share calendar. This is an example of a share calendar we did in 2023, and we are still doing the same between biomed and pharma. So we did this calendar and we share the date between us. Tamam. Any question about this process? Now we will do an exercise. We should have a break, but we are already late 10 minutes, so we will try to take at the end of the session. Sorry. So the aim was per person and ordering. We will do an exercise about how to do. Any question before Carlos explains the exercise?
No, thank you.
No questions. So well, we are gonna pass now to the exercise by preparing this emo spare part list regarding some equipments that we are gonna have in an emergency room. This is the exercise. So in the second module of the online part in Tembo, you should have seen this Marmota tool and also the referential. I don't know if you already, all of you done.
Yes,
Yeah.
we've downloaded it. I
Good.
mean, I did.
Good. So the Marmota is the inventory, is this Excel that is giving us the serial number identification, where the item is, what's the description, the family, the branch, everything regarding this equipment. And then the referential is like the holy book of Biomed, where we can find all the equipments with the spare parts and consumables related. I don't know if all of you knows this amazing tool, referential. No,
Yes.
so Ali, I think I will start by doing a small introduction of the referential.
Or Carlos,
And then,
if you wanted during the exercise, we can use and
yes,
explain each one for the smaller group. What do you think?
well, as you prefer. I was just
To gain time.
okay. So, Mikael, maybe we can proceed with the division of the groups, and then each of us will explain
Just
briefly the referential, and we can work together.
exactly the idea that Carlos says, that we will share in each group a list of equipment for an emergency room. We need to do an estimation for the spare parts for preventive and corrective maintenance. Spare parts for preventive and corrective maintenance need the consumable for maintenance and for corrective maintenance. We need to use the referential that Carlos was talking about, that we will discuss during the training, and the Unicat website. So we will take more than 10 minutes. Usually we need more than 10 minutes, especially
Yeah.
with the referential explain. So we'll try in 20 minutes to come back to the group all together. Tamam? Clear? So Miguel, you can divide us in 3 groups.
Okay.
On 2 groups, sorry.
2 groups? Okay. Okay. 1 second. So one will remain here, the other one, they will leave. Okay.
Okay. Ali, I'm joining room 1. See you there.
Maybe it's okay, the group, or let me see how many people is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I think it's okay. The groups are
Miguel, we
created.
cannot
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me.
We cannot share document here, yes?
If we can add some document, you say?
Share document in the message.
Share document. Usually, yes. But try, because sometimes when there is people from outside of the with the MSF.
But you have access to the document inventory?
So you cannot you cannot share it in the chat?
No.
Okay, send it to me by my private chat and I'll try to do it, because it needs to be, the document needs to be open for all the users. Otherwise, if there are people that is connected to the session without the MSF email, that's why it cannot be shared. So you need to change the permissions of the document to be sent to the chat. Otherwise, you can share your screen, share the screen with with the file.
Yes.
And also,
yeah. So guys, in this group, you can see the inventory.
No, not yet. You are not sharing.
In the message. In the message.
In the message, yes.
And the message.
Yes.
You can download.
Yeah, the message, yes.
I don't have any the message yet.
In the chat. In the chat of the session, you have a document that has been sent by Ali.
Oh yeah. Should I download it from here, Ali?
Yeah, you can download it.
Alidor is here. I will join the group one, guys. You can work with Alidor.
Okay. This is group one. Is that?
Yes. Group one, Alidor.
So, did you receive the file already? Can you open it?
Let me look at it, Ali.
Is okay for anyone to read, to open the file? Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equipment. And are you able to connect or to open the referential? Do you have referential link? Anyone?
No, editor. From my side, it's impossible. Because I work with my private phone. Actually, unfortunately, this week I am on the leave. I work. I am a bit far from the home. I don't have access to the computer. Still, I have just my private phone. For the phone, I think it's a bit difficult downloading
Yeah, yeah.
the document. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So we should identify which spare part to be linked to each equipment that you are going to forecast for the next year, for example, for 1 year. And the number of the quantity, I mean, of each item to cover 1 year. So no, so normally you should have a referential open to see, to give, to identify spare part and consumable maintenance that you need to request to get order by the medical team.
Sorry to interrupt. I have a question. Can't we use a document that is in the platform on Tembo? We have a document that is dedicated for webinar 2, and I think everything is in it. No, it's not better if we do that, and I think it's just accessible for everyone instead of having several documents and people who doesn't have access.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe a better solution, and we can all follow on the same document.
Yes, you are right, Farah.
Because it's kind of difficult to follow what you're saying and look on the document at the same time. So if the
Okay.
other one is more appropriate, I don't know if it's dedicated for that because it's written webinar 2. And when we click on it, we have, we're all able to download it as long as we're on the Tembo account. Just let me know if we should look at this document or the other one. It's the one in resources and tools of the course. Do you see what I mean? It's resources and tools of the course. And then you have like here you can find the different tools and documents for live session 2 and 3. And biomed management tools webinar 2, you have a document in English with biomed management tools in one document. You click on it, you open it, and I think you have all the resources necessary.
Yes, guys, who will take the lead to do the inventory? Who is opening the inventory? I will open the inventory. Let me share my screen. You can open your mic, your camera. تمام. Hello.
Yes, we're still here.
Yes, the others, Abs Biomed, you are Biomed, come.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yes, open all your mic, your camera, please. You need to do this exercise, so we'll do another sheet here, and we need to calculate the spare parts for concentrator auto developers. You know how to use the referential of for you, all of you.
No.
This is the referential. So please, can we all unmute ourselves? Unmute ourselves.
Mhm.
So this is the marmotta, and this is the referential. We are all the OC using the referential. So just we need to go to the spare parts and identify which spare parts are needed for our equipment. So first equipment is concentrator auto developers. We go like this. We search here about the code and the spare parts list. So this is the equipment. We can see we have this equipment in blue. They are consumable for medical team AMC. In green, they are for the concentrator. We have two recommendations: consumption per year and per equipment for preventive maintenance, and minimum stock for 1 to 5 machine. So if we have the recommendation in this line and we have one machine, so for each equipment concentrator level this we need long-term filter for per years because it's changing 3 times. This is consumable for maintenance. It's consumable as changing each 3 months. For some other spare parts, we have recommendation to have one, for example, breaker, circuit breaker per equipment, two per 1 to 5 equipment. So on our Marmotta, how many equipment we have concentrator? We have one. Tamam. So we need to select this spare parts and put them in the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spare parts. Is it clear how to create the list? Guys, hello?
Yes, we're here.
Yeah, yes.
No, it
Yes,
was two
yes, yes,
speed
for that.
actually.
It was for speed.
But yes,
Yes.
I think I got it. Yeah,
Okay. And
I
in
got
the
it.
yellow, in
The
the yellow
code.
we have
Yeah.
in the yellow we have the name of the equipment. Okay.
Okay.
We have two type of spare parts for each equipment. Till the next yellow line, we have spare parts in blue and spare parts
Okay.
in green. Spare part consumables also. Sorry, and spare parts. The item in the blue are for medical team to request. The item on the green
Okay.
are consumable for maintenance and spare parts for logistic team.
Perfect.
Tamam. Others, it's clear, guys.
Yeah, it's clear.
What I do usually, I copy paste this to the list of emo I needed. So we copy from here and we can paste in the list that we are creating the next sheet. تمام.
So in the list, we'll be adding both the blue and the green, or just the one that are related to log?
Only the one related to log.
Okay.
But usually I copy all the list. We have this first and third one we need to remove. Okay.
Okay.
And all the items that they are zero stock. Okay. That
Okay.
it's not needed. Like these two items. This not two more. I have the screen shared. And the quantity is 4, 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay.
Okay.
Antibacterial filter. The idea, it's clear, guys, how to calculate, how to bring the information. So long-term filter, we need 4. Filter for compressor, we need 1 to be changed yearly. Circuit breaker, 1 as spare parts backup. Safe bed, 2 as we need 1 as we have 1 concentrator as backup. Motherboard, we need 1 as backup spare parts. Compressor set is the set for compressor, we need 1. Antibacterial filter, this should be changed yearly. So this is console. This is spare parts as per. تمام. Safe bed are spare parts, circuit breaker are spare parts, and the other are consumables. What we advise you to do, you always have to go to Unicat with the code of the equipment and to recheck. Unicat usually is more updated than the referential. It's updated daily, the Unicat. So always we advise people to go to Unicat, check the equipment, and below in the Unicat we have all the description and we have accessories. This accessory is usually for medical team, but it's a good time to check also if medical team they have stock. Consumables also for medical team. You see all these consumables. Also, it's good for check later with medical teams that they did the order. Equipment related, this is in French. Equipment related, we have the flow meter, oxygen analyzer. If we don't have oxygen analyzer and the manometer for maintenance, we need to order them. So it's good time also to check the Unicat to remember if we have anything needed. PS détaché is the spare parts. So we have all the spare parts. We can check. And we can see that, for example, this fan, it's doing a lot of noise or it's blocked with a lot of dust. So we can add this fan to the list that we are ordering. The condensator, the bobina for compressor. Also, we can see that we have some spare parts here more than before, so we can add them and the document. Clear so far, guys? We can continue with the other equipment.
Yes, totally.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
And
So
go ahead.
now for you, to decide which equipment. Just told me to write, this the next equipment. We have Dynamap monitor. We have 1. So which item from this list we need to take?
The one in green.
Exactly.
This one with the 2111.
What they have number.
And it's all minimum stock. It's not consumption per year. So we keep the quantities as they are, but just
and we have 1 up.
1.
So yes. And we have this one.
The last one, yes. So we delete the last one and the one before because no need, no?
Exactly. I did not paste them.
Okay.
So here we need 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Pneumatic kit, it's 0, so we can remove.
Yes.
We do the same, guys. Where we go now?
We check if it's consumable or spare parts. We check on the
If it's needed. Yes. Battery,
yes.
it's spare parts. It's clear, huh?
Yes.
So kit calibration is spare parts.
Yes.
Power supply block is spare parts.
Spare
Interface
parts.
cable is spare parts.
Spare
And adapter
parts.
is spare parts.
Spare parts.
For monitor, we need always to discuss with medical team about the consumables. The consumables for monitor are doing a lot of problem for us in MSF. This is the Unicode code. So monitor Dynamap now.
How do we know which
sorry
one we need to double check or not?
all the
I mean,
equipment
from
we
you, it
advise.
comes from experience, but how do we know?
Exactly. As usually, as we said before, all the equipment we need to check in Unicat. Okay. And as we said in the presentation for the consumable, sorry, wait, a lot of presentation. This presentation for the consumable for maintenance here for medical team, it's always to take the advice from log. So
Okay.
so always we need to advise to check with the medical team about the consumables if they are requested or not. For example, this Dynamap, we have a lot of spare parts with it, but a lot of accessories and consumables. These accessories and consumables, they are for medical team.
Okay.
Because they are, for example, the cuff for an IBP, we are using many time, but always we are always in debate, it's medical or logistics, so it's better to do for the monitor, for example, for the concentrator, for all the equipment to check with medical team if the consumables are requested or not.
Okay.
Tamam? So we
In
can see here.
Unicast, they are identified as medical or log or not?
No, they are identified as spare parts for log. Spare
Only.
parts we have
Okay.
also the consumables for maintenance and the spare parts for accessories and consumables are for medical team.
Okay.
Here why we have accessories and consumables. Accessories are reusable, consumables are single use.
So it's the same way of reasoning. That's it. You don't need to identify it.
Exactly.
Got it.
So also we need to check with medical team for consumables after. The third equipment we have is pulse oximeter. How many pulse oximeter we have? Two. Sorry, this monitor on IBP is broken.
So it needs to be replaced directly. No, we don't need.
We don't know. What do you think, guys?
Replaced, I guess.
What other opinion you have?
Repaired.
Hello. Other than Farah.
I'll change my voice.
No, others they have to contribute. Yalla, guys. Hello. If the equipment is broken, what we have to do based on your experience? We need to order or not?
Yeah, we need to order. Actually, we need to raise the issue with the logistic team or maybe the biomed focal point. If we have this issue, we need to order or we need to it means equip the another one, the new one, to replace it.
Tamam. So it's depending on the type of broken. Sometimes this equipment is broken and it's decommissioning end of life. So if it's end of life, we don't need to order. It's broken, we need to identify the problem and add the spare parts to the list that we have. As we know, for example, it's the power supply, so we need to update, add the power supply block. So we can order here too because the power supply block now need to be replaced with the other spare parts. For the oximeter, this is the quantity to order. Oximeter, we put it also in the referential. We have these three items. For one, yes, Alidor. Sorry.
Please, Ali, would you come back to Marmota? In the column of status, we have a lot of we have other status of equipment that is broken. It means is not in repair or is destroyed, is to be destroyed, and so on. So 3 here, as I saw, is broken. So just to explain us that we should have another status related to the equipment. If you say broken, is mean that maybe is not repairable at all.
Thank you, Alidor. So for this equipment, we don't have to order spare parts. It's broken. We need to remove them. So we will mark them, and we will explain to the team later that if it's broken, we should not add them. Tamam? Thank you, Alidor. My laptop after the Windows 8, the Windows 10 update is a little bit
slow.
Very slow. For the pulse oximeter, we have two pulse oximeter. Okay, in the Marmota, we have two oximeter, pulse oximeter, 1 and 2. So in the referential, we can see that the spare parts needed for 1 to 5 machine is this three spare parts. So also we will copy them and paste on the list here. Okay, and we need one. Sorry. Tamam.
Yes.
This is the same for the pulse oximeter. We need to go to Unicat and check from the code here. Just we can write on the code and we will go directly to Unicat and we can check the accessories and consumables. Last equipment in our list is semi-automated external defibrillator. Also, we can see in the referential. So we cannot found this in the referential. It's not available. We'll go directly to Unicat to check. Tamam. Some of the equipment are not in the referential. Usually is not updated, as we said, daily, frequently. We have a lot of versions. So we can see in the Unicat accessories first. There's a charger battery. Consumables, we have all these consumables also for medical team to request. We have only the battery as spare parts. So you need to order a battery or not?
Yes.
Yalla, we will order. Why not? Guys, it's clear for you the procedure.
Yes.
Any question?
Yeah.
I will share my screen later and someone need to explain for the team. Who will explain? Not Farah. Tamam. Ibrahim, you will explain?
No, I have a question.
Tamam. Go ahead, please. Yes. Yes, Ibrahim.
Yes. My question is about some of the items we used to have in the laboratories. They are not much. So for like some of the items, they are just only one in the project. So in ordering the spare part in the army, how can we going to do it? Are we just going to do it once in a year, or we do it the same as the other items?
Sorry, Ibrahim, I missed the first part. You have equipment in the where?
Yeah.
Laboratory.
What? The equipment for laboratory, how to calculate the spare parts?
Yes.
Yes, it is the same, Ibrahim. For example, I will give you an example. The Sysmex machine. You know the Sysmex machine, yes? Hematology analyzer. So for the Sysmex
Yes,
machine,
yes.
we have some spare parts and consumable for maintenance. This we will order yearly. They don't have expiry date. But for other consumables like the reagent and the quality control and all this, we have pharma team and laboratory teams. They have their procedure to request because of many parameter. First, they need to be, some of them need to be stock in the cold chain equipment, so we need the space in the refrigerator. So if we order a big quantity, we don't have space. Some of this they have expiry dates, like quality control. Each 3 months it will be expired. So they will do a repetitive request based on the expiry date and the current stock availability of the stock they have. Clear my response, or I misunderstand your question?
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
Tamam. Who will present to the group? عبس بيماد. السلام عليكم. معلم. رئيس. It's not with us, huh? You will present to the group, okay? I will share my screen and you will present. تمام?
I'm on leave and I haven't my computer in project.
تمام. Who else will present to the group?
I'm not ready now. I'm not ready now.
ماشي على راسي. So, Miguel, you can close the rooms. We are running out of time and we need to. So Farah will present again. Sorry, Farah.
Malik Khalil, no, no, you'll present again.
I cannot present. Miguel will not give you the badge
Again,
at the end of the meeting
I'm your
of the
last
training.
choice. Ali, you need to introduce my presentation with last but not least, just to compensate the fact that I was the last choice.
No, no, no. But you are with us in the team. So, guys, thank you. We are back. A little bit. We are running out of time for this. We close. I hope Carlos, you managed to do. Carlos is still there. You managed to do room one, group one, the exercise.
We managed to understand it and to do
Tamam.
oxygen concentrator.
Let me share my screen and I will present the solutions that we work on this group. So what we did in our group one, I don't know the number of a group, that we went to the Marmota and we.
Sorry, I modified. I will delete my changes.
So this is the Marmota that we have in group one. We took the code from here for the equipment that we have and we check the status. It's active, it's working. And then we go to the referential. In the referential in the sheet of spare parts, we look only for the spare parts for the equipment and we found the equipment. Usually the equipment is the referential in yellow and we have all the spare parts list and consumable for the equipment. The idea in this list that we have two type of, as we start with the presentation, we have item in blue. Everything in blue in this referential, even in preventive maintenance, they are task done by medical team. Everything is green, is task related to logistic team. And red, they are not available now. So we took all the items that, for example, the long-term filter. The recommendation here in the column, we have recommendation per year per equipment, and they have minimum stock per year per 1 to 5 equipment. The idea that if we have the recommendation per equipment, we need to take the recommendation per equipment. Some spare parts, we have the recommendation. If we have 1 to 5 equipment, we have the recommendation here. For example, this spare parts, the circuit breaker. If we have 1 concentrator or 5 concentrator, we will order only 1 circuit breaker. Okay. If we have 6 concentrator, we order 2 circuit breaker. Clear the recommendation on this referential? Someone have a question? So we took all this information. We took the long-term filter. We need 4 per equipment. We have 1 equipment, so we put it here in the list. This is the list of. So this is the long-term filter. We put it 4. It's a consumable. We are replacing it each 3 months. The other items we have, like filter for compressor, we have recommendation to have 1 per equipment. So we put it 1 per equipment here in the list. Filter compressor, we have 1 per equipment. So we have 1 equipment, we put it 1. The same for circuit breaker, for CFVET, for motherboard, for compressor set, and for antibacterial filter. And we classified them in the group as consumable and spare parts. What else we did is to write on the code of the concentrator and to go to Unicat. This step is very important. Why we do go to Unicat? Because Unicat is updated daily by a team in MSF. So it's always updated. We can see that the equipment is still standard. The spare parts is still available. Okay. And this is all the description about the equipment. What is important for us is accessories. This accessories, as we said in the beginning of the training, should be requested by medical team. But as we are logistic and we are in the field, as we are biomed. So for example, I know in our project that the flow meter TR20 is a lot broken for many reasons. Misuse, missterilization, all this. So the aim was a good time to check with medical team if they did the order of this flow meter. It's a good time also to share with the medical team, with sterilization department, that it's need to be more careful because we have a high consumption during last year about this flow meter. Consumables also, I keep in my mind, or I put comment on my list for the medical team to check the consumables needed, because sometimes they miss or they forgot to order some consumables. Related equipment is very important for us as logistic, because we will see the equipment that or the tools that are used with this concentrator. For example, we have the oxygen analyzer that measures the oxygen percentage given, or the outlet oxygen consumption for this concentrator, and the manometer to some internal tests. So it's very important for me as biomedical to order this too for the maintenance. Spare parts, we have all the spare parts. Some of them we already request them, but for example, I can see here that we have some capacitor, maybe it's needed, otherwise, so I do a quick review on this list. Always we advise people to go to Unicat. Tamam, clear how I did the request? The second equipment we have in the Marmota is the inventory. We have this monitor dynamic and IBP. We did the same. We go to referential, we bring the spare parts, and we put them here. But after we broke the spare parts, we found that it's broken as per Alidor. Not so for us broken was a little bit missed, but broken in this list meant it could not be repaired, because if it's under repair, we have this here the states under repair. Under repair we will order spare parts for it because it will be fixable. Broken, it means that it could not be repaired, so we should not order the spare parts. This is the spare parts needed based on the referential, but should not be ordered, so we have to remove them. Tamam. Yes, Wajdi.
Sorry, Ali, to interrupt you. This is a long shot question. So in the contingency plans for oxygen concentrators, normally it's been said that for every 8 concentrators, we need to have 1 in stock.
As backup, right? Yes.
Yes, as backup. So in this case, we would have to cross-check with the stock to see if we have that, or otherwise we need to recommend in the order. What do you think in that case?
Exactly. For example, if I have only this Marmota, if I have only this department in the hospital, it's not the case, but if I have only the emergency department, I need at least 1 concentrator as backup for the current concentrator. So
Yes.
for the contingency plan, maybe we can see, we don't have time today, but later, how to do the contingency plan for the equipment. So for example, each anesthesia machine need at least a manual anesthesia machine. It's 5 or 8 concentrators. They need 1 concentrator. So you are right. But here we are only doing the spare part. No?
What I mean is, in this case, if I'm going to make the order by default for the equipment, I will put 1 as minimum stock, and they can cross-check later on if they have it in stock or not.
Exactly.
Am I right?
This is all the spare parts we are doing like we don't have stock. What the pharma do after we share this file, they will
Cross-check with their stock. Yes.
cross-check with their stock. If it's available, they will remove from this list. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
For the oximeter, we did the same. For the oximeter, we have 2 oximeter in our inventory. So when we want to referential here, we can see that we have 2 concentrator. Okay. This is the pulse oximeter. This is the spare part for logistic. We have 3. And the recommendation is to have 1 of this part, front and back cover, battery cover, and lock for battery, is to have 1 for 1 to 5 machine. As we have 2 machine, so we ordered in our list 1 item for each. 1. Okay. They are all spare parts. We did the same for the defibrillator. The defibrillator we did not found in the list, in the referential. It was not updated so far. So we went directly, if we go to referential here and we put defibrillator is not available. So as our team, we decided to go directly to Unicat, and we checked in Unicat which type of spare part is needed. In Unicat we have the defibrillator. This is the code of the defibrillator. We went to the list down and we checked the accessories. We have only this accessories, charger for battery. If it's not available, we need to order, of course. Consumables, we need to check with pharma which consumables they are used, and it's for pharma to request, as we said, but it's good to double check with them if they ordered. And for spare parts, we have only the battery, so we decided in our group to request. Tamam. So this is the final list that we need to order from. We need to remove this in yellow for the monitor, and we need to order. We need to share with pharma team. Tamam, guys, it's clear. Any question? Something to add? Something to remove? As we are running off time and we have only 8 minutes, I want to introduce for you from the previous session 1 last tools. For EMO also, just for you to know, always include your MST, your referent, your biomedical support with the calculation. So whenever you have an EMO, told him that you need to support us. It's our job, our work, and it's better to be supported. What I want to introduce last, sorry, we are taking a lot of time, is the new standard. New standard is this PDF. I will go quickly with it, and Carlos, you can share in the message if you want, please, the link or the document. So it's infrastructure for medical equipment in health facility. It's done by OGBA, but now it's discussing intersectional. It will be an intersectional document soon. So the content we have about this document, medical equipment need, key point, we will see them. So about this document is the objective is the document to guide transversal discussion during the concept phase of any health structure design or rehabilitation. This document offers specific guidance for medical equipment within health facility. It serves as a complement existing MS guidelines. The idea is that this document will help you to decide which infrastructure is needed, construction, HVAC, energy, and Watson and IPC. For the health structures that we are opening up, for example, a new project, or we have an existing project and we need to do rehabilitation uh, or modification. Also, whenever you need to request a new equipment, you can see later, you can see that we have a list of equipment with their dimension. So medical equipment needs, here we need to, whenever we need request new equipment, or say a clinical team, they need to implement it their department, or there we need to check the space, the ambient condition, the power supply, water system, communication need, hazard protection, and the human resources needed for maintenance and installation. This for each equipment we need to check. Where we can check, we have here the key point. So the key point is always to plan for a proper equipment placement, ensure the equipment has enough space around it for maintenance, and for air circulation, like labs devices, a blood bank, oxygen concentrator. Design storage for equipment not in use. So we need to find a storage before we order the equipment. Installation, so good installation, electrical protection, secure mounting. A lot of equipment fall because don't have like a table to put, for example, the flow splitter that is very small. Sometimes it's on the windows near the bed and it's fall and it's broken. Proper ventilation. Some equipment need proper ventilation. Consider humidity control. Also, some equipment need humidity control, like the lab equipment. Equipment should not be placed below air conditioning, because if we have air leakage or windows opening and air conditioning could have water leakage and the equipment could be defected. Avoid direct sunlight. Also, this cause overheating and UV damage the equipment. So here we have a list of equipment by service. If we are opening an outpatient department, the triage room, need examination light. The medical, surgical, pediatric consultation room needs this list of equipment. So we have this recommendation of equipment per department done, finalized between the logistic and medical team in the HQ. So this is general recommendation based on type of service and room. The electrical medical equipment needs. So we know that we need this equipment that need electricity. All this list is done. For the structural need for medical equipment, we have here the ambient need, equipment dimension, and here you can see all the need. Electrical need, we have in details where equipment need UPS, which type of sockets needed, and all the recommendation about collaboration, accessibility, position of the sockets, type of the sockets based on the country, and the virtual electrical protection and backup. Okay, and here also for the power cable. Decision tree, which power cable it need to be used, what safety measure it need to be taken, and also for the water need. We have different type of water for sterilization, water for laboratory, for humidification. Each type of water, each type of equipment need dedicated type of water, distilled water, sterile water, difference between distilled and sterile water, all this, okay? And the annex here, we have characteristic of common medical equipment. So each medical equipment, standard equipment, we have the dimension, operation condition, the HVAC needed, temperature, working temperature, average power consumption, and the standard supply type, and the database cable equipment. If we need special equipment inlet. Okay, this is in the annex. And also in the annex, we have minimum number of socket per service. So if we have a triage department and we have examination light, for example, or one number of, so we need two generic control area, we need two sockets, two general sockets. If we have this consultation room, we need two sockets per bed. Okay. We have all the socket recommendation, and we have all the type of plugs that we have. Based on the type of plugs we have, we need the type of socket and connectors. Okay, and this is references of all this information from other OC, from ICRC, from OCB, from WHO, from all the section. So we will share this document in the message. Very appreciated if you can check, read, and if you have any clarification or any question to ask about it. But anyway, also it's good to keep with you whenever you have in your project a department, you are opening a new project, a new service, you can use this to know exactly the number of socket, number of equipment, space, and all the HVAC water system installation needed. Tamam. We are done for today. Any question before I give to Miguel to close?
Sorry, Ali. One question regarding the module, the online module in the Timbo. Actually, I reached on the third module. At the end of the third module, I faced to upload the picture of workshop of the biomedical workshop.
Yes.
You know, in our project, we don't have biomedical workshop, and I don't have any picture from the
No problem.
biomedical workshop. I don't know what should I upload it here, because it's mandatory. Otherwise, it will not give allow me to continue or go ahead for the model.
Miguel, what we should do? Just write a paper, no workshop, take a picture and upload. And خلاص.
Yeah.
تمام.
Whatever you can do. I mean, it's not really. I mean, the way that you do it, the way easier for you. You draw it, you take a picture, whatever.
Okay, thank you.
Regarding to the document that you were talking before, I just uploaded in the course, the demo course, because I realized that we had the 2024 version in the course, so now it's uploaded and updated in the demo course.
Any other question? Sorry. Maybe the document I should explain more, but it's a matter of time. So sorry. But anyway, it's easy to read. It's for all logistic people, for local LTL. Even in your project now, if you want to do an action plan to improvement, you can use this document for any improvement suggested. Thank you very much. Miguel, something to add, or we can close?
Well, just, I mean, I'm seeing that this document is part of the documents that are inside of webinar 3. So probably you need it for the next session. So maybe next session you can go a bit more on this document if needed. Okay. And yeah, I think it has been a very concentrated session and with a lot of information and very fast. But remember that this session is being recorded. So you can go through the video again and have a look on it to clarify concepts if we're not clear, and then use the forum, okay, to clarify and ask questions about this session or the modules. And also keep moving with the online modules, because some of you are doing the online part very efficiently, and others didn't start yet. So to take advantage on the online live sessions that we are having, move with the online modules. Like this, you will really take advantage on these sessions, and it will not be all these, what are you talking about, no? I think that's all. So I will stop the recording. Anything, use the forum. The one that has problems to connect or any other issue, remain in the session and we have a look together. And for the rest, I will send the Teams invitation for the next session during the day or maximum tomorrow. And I think we were almost all of us. All the participants were there. We lost some at the end. Maybe they were scared about, about what was going on, but we were all there, which was very good. And try to plan. I mean, your time for the next session. I think it was a very intensive but very useful. So hope to see you next session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.